Hey everybody, welcome to Hockey Skatedown. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If you want to join our hockey team, it's free. Click subscribe, hit the notification bell to all. Thank you all so much, and let's get started. In this video, I want to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, we're in the off-season right now, and there's going to be a lot of movement that happens with this team. I know Kyle Dubas is going to want to avoid another early round exit in the playoffs, so he's going to want to add everything he can, especially if his name is on the hot seat, coming this year to see what happens. But, there's a lot of big names being rumored to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Chris Johnston said a couple of weeks ago that they're looking to add a huge name that a lot of people aren't expecting, and I'll get into that later. So in this video, I want to talk about a bunch of different rumors that have been going around, and I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the players who have recently signed and players who are, UFAs this year and what may happen with them that are on the Toronto Maple Leafs roster. So please stay with me throughout. So we all know Jason Spezza, Simmonds, and Dermott recently signed with the Leafs. Spezza said that when he re-signed, all I care about is playing on a good team. I'll take less if I could. Anything I can do to help the team acquire better players. So that's kind of what you're hearing with a lot of Toronto Maple Leafs this offseason especially. You heard this with Nick Foligno as well. He said that there have been reports saying that Nick Foligno would possibly like to stay in Toronto at a low price. Morgan Reilly, Pierre LeBrun, Morgan Reilly says he'll be willing to take a little less money to make an extension work. Dubas said he would like to get an extension done this offseason, but no money has been discussed, and negotiations will start up in August. So the Morgan Reilly situation is going to be interesting because if they can't hammer out an extension, there may be a trade coming with him. So I know his plan is to keep him, but we'll have to see what happens with this. Zach Hyman. There's a lot of teams looking at him. I know he's going to be one of those sought-after free agents. Especially teams need a winger and like the way he plays a two-way game. So teams you're hearing a lot about are the Edmonton Oilers and the Detroit Red Wings looking at Hyman. Hyman's been one of those interesting things where, with Toronto Maple Leafs' current cap situation, it'd be hard to retain him based on them wanting to add certain pieces as well. But you never know what's going to happen. You heard the story of him possibly wanting to go and possibly wanting to stay, so we'll see what happens. Darren Drager says that a hometown discount for Hyman would be 4 to 5 years at $5 million AAV. Leafs will know more about cap space once expansion draft is over, depending on who is claimed. Going over to goaltenders, Freddie Anderson. Pierre LeBrun says that there's a chance he stays in Toronto next season. His agent spoke to management, and the question they got was, is Anderson interested in re-signing and staying put? The answer was yes. So now I want to get to where a lot of people have been wanting to hear about, and these are the rumors that the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are these players that they're looking at. So I want to go back a couple of weeks. Chris Johnston said during a Steve Dangle podcast, there's going to be like one player on opening night that is going to get everyone excited. I'm talking like a big move, a big promise player, and no one's going to see it coming. I think they're going to make a big move, and I really think they're going to do something big too. I really do. I have that feeling. This is kind of a situation where Kyle Dubas has to throw all of his chips in because it could mean his job come the end of next season if they have another early round exit. So, they're going to make a big move. I don't think the core four will be involved in anything. A lot of fans that was going around as soon as they lost this past year, that they're going to make big moves like that, but they're not going to do that. They're going to go around them as well, but we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting this offseason. So the Leafs will take a look at Philip Forsberg trade this offseason if Nashville makes him available. You heard him during this past trade deadline being made available. Nashville made a lot of players available because they just had a bad run this season, but then were able to turn it around and ended up keeping a lot of their players. So we'll see what happens with Philip Forsberg, depending on the Seattle expansion draft with them as well. If they can get a situation where they take a contract off their books and they're able to add something without losing anybody, you could see that happening and them keeping Philip Forsberg. But him to the Leafs sounds really interesting. I like the way Forsberg plays. The Maple Leafs, the Penguins, the Oilers, and the Bruins have been linked to Anaheim Ducks forward Rickard Rakell. He is another name. I think I did a video a couple of months ago where I mentioned these two in the same exact video, Philip Forsberg and Rickard Rakell. He was another name during the trade deadline that was being heavily linked to the Toronto Maple Leafs. So can we see this being rehashed this offseason? According to Elliot Friedman, Dougie Hamilton could be on his way to becoming a Maple Leaf, his favorite childhood team. Now, Dougie Hamilton checks a lot of the boxes for the Maple Leafs. They've been needing for a while a big, physical, right-handed defenseman who can help out defensively and help out offensively as well. And perfect situation right there. There's rumors of him wanting to come. There's rumors of him wanting to go back home and play. So you're seeing the trend with a lot of players going home to their hometown where they were born to play. Will this happen with Dougie Hamilton? You're hearing a lot of teams being linked to him. One of them is the New Jersey Devils as well. So we'll see what happens with this, as Dougie Hamilton is going to be a huge sought-after free agent this offseason for any team that's looking to add a good right-handed shot defenseman. Taylor Hall, in recent rumors, has been linked to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, I did a video on this a couple of months ago, because there was a lot of interest and intrigue when he bought a residence in Toronto. Sparked a lot of controversy that he was living in Auston Matthews' place in Arizona while he was with the Coyotes. So, there was a link between the Toronto Maple Leafs and Taylor Hall. So a lot of people were assuming when he was a free agent he would sign with them. So you're hearing these rumors pop up again, and it's very interesting to see if Taylor Hall will be a Maple Leaf. But my sense is that he loved his time with the Boston Bruins, and I think he will re-sign with the Boston Bruins if they can make a contract work on both sides. So, there's one name that I want to go back to, Zach Hyman. If he walks via free agency, I hope the Toronto Maple Leafs look into Blake Coleman. I think he's the perfect player they need, that solid two-way player. He can chip in offensively. I know with the Tampa Bay Lightning, he wasn't as offensive as he was with the New Jersey Devils, but he is an awesome player, and he would add a lot to the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's a gritty, physical forward. He's speedy. He can be awesome. He can address a need on the penalty kill. I think he'd be a perfect situation if the Toronto Maple Leafs lose Zach Hyman to bring in a player like Blake Coleman to help them out. So keep an eye out on that one as well. But those are some of the names being linked to the Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm looking forward to seeing what this name that Chris Johnston is talking about. When I heard that, I was like, I'm curious to see what's going to happen now. But, we'll see what happens. I think this is going to be a big offseason for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Comment below what you think. Who do you think the Toronto Maple Leafs will look into adding this offseason? Who do you want them to keep? Who do you want them to trade for? It's going to be another big trade market this offseason as well with the expansion draft. Will the Leafs be involved with that? So it's going to be a big offseason. Comment below what you think. And thank you always for watching. I really appreciate your time. Smash that like button. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the Hockey Skatedown. Join our hockey team. Thank you all so much. Have a great rest of the day. Great night. Take it easy. Stay safe.